Hello everybody, my name is Alex, and because on the Civ front we are still waiting for that official confirmation on the Runner/Plaid, and it's now also known as the SoonTM DLC, because we're still waiting for official news and confirmation on that, the other day I thought it would be cool to share my thoughts on what civilizations I'd ideally like that expansion to include. And if you've not seen that video, make sure you do check it out because it will help you understand the context of this video. Anyway, in the comments of that video, there were some absolutely overwhelming suggestions. There were some absolutely fantastic suggestions, and it really sort of took me back how much time people had put into just formulating these Civ ideas and then sharing them on my video. Now I thought it would be a shame just to leave it there, so in today's video we are going to talk about 3 of my favourite civilizations taken from your suggestions, including one which I'm not even sure if it will work properly because it is sort of different. Now, if you do want to see more videos like this, then be sure to hit that like button because it helps us out an incredible amount, and I will keep these videos coming on a regular basis, so if you don't want to miss them, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. By the way, if I don't feature your comment in this video, please do not feel offended. It's not because I didn't like your idea, it's just that I could only pick a very limited amount. The Civ in at number 3 on this list is Ethiopia, which was suggested by quite a few of the commenters on the last video. And also just generally, whenever this topic appears in the Civ 6 community, Ethiopia tends to be one of the more popular suggestions. Now I think one of the biggest consensus taken from the last video was that although there are more cool European Civs that could be added to Civ 6, what the game really needs is better representation from other continents around the globe, and Ethiopia is obviously one of the best shouts for another African Civ. Ethiopia also has a really rich history, and I thought it made a good addition to Civ 5, so why not bring it back? How would an Ethiopian Civ in Civilization 6 work then? Well, Aaron TBD left some good details on how he'd like this Civ to take shape, and I'll put those on screen now because they are an interesting read. But what I did was I took what Aaron said and I mixed it with a bit of my own thoughts to come up with some basic pillars that I think Ethiopia should be built around. For me, Ethiopia should be a defensive Civ, a Civ which attains combat bonuses in their own territory against Civs who are larger than them. Now that could either be in terms of population or a Civ that has more cities, or maybe they could just be stronger against Civs in their own territory who are from different continents. This could also be tied into something regarding era score, so maybe if you're playing as Ethiopia and you kill a load of enemy units within your borders, you get era score for that. Or maybe you just get a ton of score for winning a defensive war. Either way, I could see how those things could work. Now obviously all of this defensive stuff is inspired by the fact that Ethiopia was one of the few African nations not to be colonized during the 19th century by powerful European nations who thought it fit to divide Africa up amongst themselves. But obviously there is so much more to Ethiopia's history. It would be pretty cool if people in the comments could come up with different types of bonuses for Ethiopia, but I personally think that something focused around faith would be a good idea. Number 2 on our list today, and this is a little bit different, but number 2 is the Huns as a nomadic civilization, and this was suggested by David. So the Huns were essentially nomadic warriors who absolutely terrorized Europe, and most famously the Roman Empire in the 4th and 5th centuries. So to make this civilization a real one-off, and because they were a nomadic people, David suggested that apart from their original capital city, settler units should instead found barbarian-styled militaristic outposts. The kind of outposts that can just build military units to pretty much go and attack people with. Although I'm not sure if a civilization like this could work, because I am kind of worried that either the Civ would be quickly left behind in almost every area if they didn't capture enough enemy cities quickly, or if not that they'd just be way too OP, terrorize everyone's game and just ruin everything. I actually really like the idea because it's completely different, and if implemented properly they could be so much fun to play as and also make you go about the game in a completely different way. In first place on this list is another popular suggestion, and it is the Maya civilization of Central America, who were most prominent between the 3rd and 10th centuries AD, though they certainly existed outside of that time frame. Now what I love about the Maya is that for their time, they were highly developed in science, mathematics, the calendar, and astrology. So how should the Maya be introduced into Civilization 6? Well, in Civ 5, the Maya had a big focus really on religion because of the pyramid, which is completely understandable. Historically, they were quite a religious people, but I'd quite like to see a bigger focus around some of the aspects I just mentioned. In celebration of their famous calendar, I quite like Marco's idea of golden, normal, and dark age upgrades that are unique to the Civ. Obviously you'd have to be careful though that they don't become too OP, otherwise you could have a bit of a monster on your hand. In regards to their other bonuses, I actually think that they should surround science and culture, making the Maya a strong contender for either a science or tourism victory in celebration of their history. So there you have it, the very basics of 3 civilizations that you suggested to me in the comments section of the last video, but feel free to let me know exactly how these civs should take shape in your mind, and also a bit more history about each one of them. Also, if you want to see your suggestion in a video coming up soon, be sure to let me know what new stuff you would like to see in the Runner DLC pack, whether that be civs, leaders, or if you're a bit ambitious, new mechanics. Let me know all of that good stuff. If you have enjoyed today and want to see more, be sure to hit that like button. It really does help us out and I'd massively appreciate it. And also, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more content like this on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Alex, and I will see you in another video soon.